Welcome back, Smith Transport. This is Dan Welker. I just wanted to take a minute and discuss animal strikes. This time of year, there's the mating season, animal migration. We see a lot of deer strikes, especially on the side of the road. We have a lot of vegetation that's being maintained by the state, but that also allows deer to come in and they feed on that fresh grass that's growing alongside the road. You'll see that a lot throughout the year, even more so during this time of year, during the fall. You just need to make sure that you're aware of your surroundings. Always be observant of the roadside, looking for the signage that lets you know if it's a more prevalent area for deer to be crossing or in that area. Open fields tend to be a big attraction. Look for fence lines, the end of a fence line where you may see an opening where you might have a deer or even bear. I'd had a driver call me last night. He'd struck a bear. Uh, they do happen. It happened off of I-80. He was pretty shook up, and that's understandable. I've had several strikes over the years. Never hit a bear, but plenty of deer. Uh, I've had some close calls. I've had impacts. The one thing that you want to make sure that when you're in line with an animal, if it's in the roadway, in your way, do not steer away from that animal. Steer at the animal. You can brake, but when you have impact with that animal, let off that brake so that your bumper will rise up a little bit and let that bumper take the impact. Never try to steer around. You may end up uh, impacting another vehicle around you. A lot of head-on collisions happen just from folks that think that they're going to try to avoid a collision, and they with an animal, and they end up having a collision with another vehicle. So let's be mindful of that. In the event of an impact, you will need to pull over. You will need to call dispatch. You may need to call 911 to notify if an animal is in the roadway, obstructing a roadway. Don't approach any animal. If it's still alive, you don't want to approach it. Uh, there are folks that will pull those animals. They have folks that will come out and pull animals out of the road. There's no reason for you to get out there and do that. Always make sure that you get with safety. Send in that report. If the damage is bad enough, you may need to have them coordinate and maybe have a tow. A lot of times it's minimal damage. Most of the time when we have animal strikes, it's typically just the bumper area. Uh, that's something that most of the time, unless you have a light that's out or something like that, that may require further service, you usually can get back to a yard and have those repairs made. Just make sure that you keep aware. Uh, Look down the road. If you spot an animal, slow down. Speed is usually one of the reasons why we have these issues in the first place. Make sure that you slow down. We have a lot of foggy areas, especially during the cooler months. You have different layers uh, with the moisture in the air, and especially in the mountainous areas, you'll see a lot more fog. You should be slowing down anyway. Make sure that you're paying attention at all times to your surroundings. Be aware of other folks reacting. They can overreact too. I've had that happen, where you might have to pull your vehicle out of the way of another vehicle that's trying to avoid an impact. Um, so please pay attention, and hopefully we'll get through this with minimal issues this season and get ready for spring, because uh, along with the migration again, we'll have them coming to the roadsides. A lot of states use salt, and those animals are attracted to the salt. But for right now, stay safe, and we'll be talking to you soon.